I'm now happy to welcome back Stuart Early from the Tahoma Bird Alliance once again on the couch, and it's so wonderful to have you back again.
Thank you, Chris.
Now, you were telling me about this. We have to save the world? Why does it need saving? What's going on?
Okay, well, first thing I want to do, Chris, is just illustrate a point of how sometimes we segue into thinking, okay, that's not that big a number. We sometimes think that a billion is just a little bit bigger than a million. But if you were to look at what are a million seconds, it would add up to about 11.7 days. A billion seconds is about 32 years.
Oof.
So that shows you how much bigger a billion is. So having said that, we are losing something like 15 billion trees a year globally through habitat loss. And over the last, since 2010, we have lost 10% of our forests in the US. 10% of tree cover is gone in 15 years. And we're at the front line. Pacific Northwest is home to a lot of the national forest. City of Tacoma, as you know, has one of the lowest tree canopies in the US of any major city. So this really is the front line of where it's all happening.
Okay, those are scary numbers. And that perspective totally just shifted my thought process on it. What does that mean in the long term if we're losing that much?
Well, in the long term, if you take those numbers, if we just carried on at the current rate, we'd lose 75% of all our trees in the next 100 years, which is very, very scary number. And it's actually accelerating. Under the big, beautiful bill, there's a requirement for the timber industry to take out an extra 20 million board feet from our forests every year. And it's cumulative. So it's 20 million extra board feet this year, and then another 20 million. So if you started at 100 million, after 5 years, you'd be taking out 200 million. So it's actually getting far worse. So it's really scary. And it's not just affecting birds and animals, we're becoming at risk now as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not just birds and wildlife, it's under threat, it's us as well.
It is
Tell me a
us
little
as
bit more about that.
Yeah. You got to think about it is birds and bees are great pollinators. We're destroying their habitat. They're the guys that cross-pollinate all our food. We are terraforming the planet to make it almost uninhabitable for us. So something like 34% of all plants are at risk of extinction now. That's 1 in 3. 40% of all animals are now at risk of extinction. That's 2 out of every 5 animals. And 41% of all our ecosystems are now at risk of failure. So we really are staring at a really, really dangerous tipping point.
Oof. Okay, that's a lot of doom and gloom, but you said we can save the world.
We can.
How can we do that?
This is something where there's a huge problem, and sometimes we feel, oh my God, what can we do? And we can do a lot, and local action can actually create global solutions. We can put up bird feeders. We can put out water for our birds. I mean, we've had very hot temperatures over the last couple of months, and as we go into fall and winter, it's even more important to put water out. We can not cut back on our plants until September. Our state bird is the goldfinch, and the goldfinch, like many other birds, is a seed eater, and if we just don't cut back on our plants, those birds can actually keep on eating and be stronger for when they migrate over to wherever they're going. So it's a question of not cutting back our plants, and when the fall comes, don't scoop up all your leaves. Leave your leaves on the ground. It's less work as well, and it creates homes for bugs and everything, and again, that helps birds as well, and other wildlife.
Now, those seem like some pretty small things to do. How does that small thing make such a big difference in the world?
Well, if you think about it, you might, by doing all these things, we might save perhaps 10 birds. We've made them stronger so they can fly on their migration trails, not fall down. We've helped younger birds survive that might have been too weak to live. So supposing we all save 10 birds just by putting out water, putting out bird feeders, leaving our plants, multiply that. If just 10% of the people in Tacoma did that, you'd save 220,000 birds. those birds may then rear another 500,000 birds in 2026. And that's just in Tacoma. If you multiply that across the whole US, we could save billions of birds. And if we planted trees, that's the other thing everyone can do. As you know, we have our program, 10,000 trees for Tacoma. If people planted trees as well, we could actually plant more trees than we're currently losing. So just those small things can have a massive impact, but it's by working together. It's by all of us doing our small pieces.
So it's that exponential things that we're losing, where the 20 million every year, that's an exponent that's happening, but we can turn around and do it ourselves just by small things like that.
Absolutely. This is the way we really can make a big difference. And you know, we need people's help to do it as well. We are working our best to try and help birds, to help nature. But if people want to do all those things, also join our organization from $5 a month. We're also doing this thing at the moment with Brown Bear Car Wash, where people, and this is fascinating because I hadn't realized that if you go to a car wash, it's more ecologically friendly than washing your car in your drive at home, because all the water there is recycled. So we're selling some tokens for Brown Bear Car Wash, so you can order those from our website. So again, that's another way people can help. You know, water is not just putting out water for birds, it's also conserving water as well.
That's fantastic. Now, Stuart, if you had a main message for our viewers today, what would you want them to take away?
I want them to take away the message: you can make a difference. You can be a change maker. You can help save the world. And you don't have to sort of do huge things to do it. You can do all these small little things, and together we can make a colossal difference.
Great words for people to live by on that. Stuart, are there any thanks that you want to give out there today, or any final thoughts?
Well, I always say thank you to you guys for inviting me on, and thank you for your viewers, because so many people come to us having seen the show, and we really appreciate everything you guys do. And everyone who wants to join as a member, everyone wants to put out bird seeders. We really appreciate everything that people do to help save birds and wildlife, because they need all the help we can give them.
And I think that thanks is reciprocated right back to you for being the one who tells us about this and lets us know that we do need to do something and make something happen, or we will not live in the beautiful landscape that we live in right now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Stuart. It's always delightful. I feel like every time I host, I get to have you here on the show with me. So
I know.
It's fun. I like it. Now, we're going to be back in just a moment with Claire and Natalie, and I get to move over to the prep area for some zucchini fun.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah, I'm just cleaning up.
All right, we will
messy.
see you back in just a moment, everybody. Thank you.